everyone. In today's video, I'm going to take you through all of my favorites for the month of January. So if you're interested, just keep watching. So starting off with beauty, as always, the first thing that I have is the Stila Shimmer and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in Starlight. And I haven't used this all over my lid yet, even though I think it'll look really, really beautiful by itself. Like you just dab it with your finger and place it all over your lid. I should really try that soon, but I use this in my inner corners. I feel like a lot of the times I can't get my inner corners to look as highlighted as I want, and this really makes your inner corners pop like crazy. This is super pigmented, so I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I go in with the little detailer brush that I always use from Real Techniques, and I just place it in my inner corners, and it really makes my inner corners pop. Next is a rediscovery for me. If you guys watch my favorites videos, you would know that I like to go back into my makeup collection and just kind of use it up as much as possible, as opposed to buying new makeup every month. Don't get me wrong, there are months that I really do give in and buy new things that either have a lot of hype or that I'm really interested in, but for the most part, I'm a big advocate of just going into your collection and rediscovering things. And this highlight is honestly one of the best, if not the best, highlights that I've ever used for me, because I don't like my highlights to look too out there, but I do want it to look like a beautiful sheen. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's the highlight that I'm wearing today, and I went a little light-handed today, but you can definitely make this highlight look very pigmented. But I have found that even if I do kind of like pack it on, it just delivers the most beautiful sheen. It is the Gerard Cosmetics Star Powder in Grace. I've talked about this before in one of my favorites videos. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this a million times on my blog, everywhere. I just really love this highlight. Next is not necessarily the actual makeup product, it's the application. I'm sure every single one of you are familiar with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And while I do think that they are amazing concealers, for some reason they are pretty cakey and pretty drying underneath my eyes. So I always prefer my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer because I feel like I can get a better, more seamless under eye application with that concealer. I just love the way that that one looks better. It photographs better in my opinion. So I won't say that I like this concealer more than that one just yet, but I have found a method of application that makes me like this concealer a tiny bit more than I did before. So I would use my beauty blender. I always apply my concealers with a beauty blender, and then I go in with my same damp beauty blender into whatever powder, whatever translucent powder, and I set my under eyes like that. I've always done it like that, and I've never really had a problem. That's what I use when I apply my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. But for some reason, this concealer would just look very cakey when I would apply it like that. So I've mentioned this brush before. This is the Morphe G2 brush. This is my favorite concealer brush. Whenever I do not feel like using my beauty blender, this is what I use. You can honestly get just as good a coverage with this brush as you can with your beauty blender. It's an amazing concealer brush. Definitely recommend it if you guys really just can't be bothered with wetting your beauty blender every day. So what I've been doing is applying literally just one drop, and the reason I have two of them is because I don't have the perfect color, so I have to mix colors, which is super annoying. If you guys by any chance know if they've come out with a single shade that's the equivalent of the mixture of fair and light medium together, please let me know. I haven't really looked into it because I'm just trying to use these up, but I would really prefer to just have one single color. But yeah, I place a dot in the inner corners of my eyes, just one dot of each, and I mix it, and then I place like one dot wherever else I highlight, and then I go in with this brush, and I feel like I get a much better application. It lasts better throughout the day. When I look at myself in the mirror at the end of the day, my concealer is intact. You need to apply a very small amount if you do not want it to look cakey. And then I just go in and set my under eyes with my Wowder from Glossier. So that method of application has been a favorite for me this month. If you guys have the same problem that I do with this concealer and you just think that it looks a little too cakey, try this method out and see if it works for you. Next is a serum, and I finally tried the Drunk Elephant C Firma Day Serum. I've been looking for a vitamin C, and I did a little bit of research, and a lot of people recommended this vitamin C. I've been trying this. At first I was using this every day, which is how you're supposed to use it, but I have sensitive skin and I just felt like it was a little bit too much for my skin, so I just use it very sparingly throughout the week. But I know that a lot of people can use this without a problem. It's just my skin is a little bit sensitive. This is really good for hyperpigmentation. If you guys have any hyperpigmentation, any problems with hyperpigmentation after blemishes, or just any uneven skin tone, definitely try a vitamin C serum. Doesn't have to be this one, it's just that after doing a little bit of research, I found that a lot of people preferred this one over a lot of others. I haven't tried any from The Ordinary, but since I really do love that brand, if you guys have tried any of their vitamin C serums, I prefer the serums, not the lotions or none of that. So if you've tried any of their vitamin C serums, please let me know. But for now, I've really been loving this one. It has definitely helped with the hyperpigmentation that I had like in this area of my face. The next favorite this month is the Way Texturizing Hair Spray, and I know that a lot of people talk about this, and I have tried several of them. I also really love the Amika Bombshell Spray. I actually prefer that one with damp hair, and I will probably end up purchasing that one again as well. But I tried this one and I've been using it like crazy this month. Every single time that I do my hair, I use this, and it just honestly makes your hair look like you have twice the amount of hair that you actually do. It's amazing. And on top of that, I find that it does a good job at actually holding my texture. Like, it doesn't just add a little bit of texture and volume, it holds my texture in place for a longer period of time. I really do think that this product is worth it, and this little thing has lasted me a very long time, so I can only imagine how long the bigger bottle is going to last me. Next, I have some jewelry to share with you guys, and the first thing are these hoops right here. These are the Editor hoops by Gemary. When I go out anywhere other than like the gym, these are the hoops that I put on. I just love how it looks stacked with the other little bold hoops. I think that it gives it such a feminine yet like edgy vibe. I don't know, I'm really obsessed with these. They're so lightweight and they're so cool because in the front they're thin and then on the side they're a little bit thicker. I only own 2 pairs of earrings from Mango, and I got them pretty recently, like a month ago, so I cannot really attest to any like discoloration or tarnishing or anything like that, but so far they haven't tarnished on me and they are so comfortable and they haven't irritated my super sensitive ears. And the first ones are these. They're open in the back and they're kind of like long, and it's like 2 pieces intertwined together. I don't know, I think it is such a cool, minimal, beautiful design. And the other ones that I got from Mango, which if you guys saw my jewelry collection, you would have seen these. They look like this, and they're just these 3 little rings, and again, I haven't had any problems with tarnishing yet or anything weird happening with them, and they have not irritated my ears. So I also think that these bring such a nice touch to your ears, and they just make any outfit look just a tiny bit more elegant. Next, I have the top that I'm wearing, and this is a top from the Reformation. I think that their pieces are not only very unique, but very well made. Everything that they make kind of just fits very well. This one is like that heavier material, so no matter what you're doing, it just looks good. And I love the button detail. They're like tortoiseshell buttons, and if you guys know me, you know my obsession with anything tortoiseshell. Next, I have this dress by Mango, and it's just a very plain black dress that you can tie at the waist, and the sleeves are kind of like these beautiful bunched up kind of sleeves. And also, this isn't like a thin dress. This will keep you warm. I've worn this when it's pretty cold outside. Again, I live in Miami, so cold for us is like 50 degrees Fahrenheit, but I've worn it when it's pretty cold outside and it keeps me warm despite it not having like very long sleeves or anything. I just really love how it looks. I can definitely dress this up or dress this down, and it's just a dress that I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of. Next, I have my Nintendo Switch. If you guys saw my what I got for Christmas, you would have seen that I got a Nintendo Switch, and I have been obsessed. I've been obsessed. I think that the console in general is just genius. It's just so travel friendly and so easy. Everything's just so simple, and I don't know, I really love that. I love the portability of it. Finally, I have a show for the month of January. I know this show came out like 2 years ago, I think, but it is the show Victoria. If you guys have not seen it, I definitely recommend it. I think that everything about that show is so good. The actors are very good in my opinion. The way that the story is told is very good in my opinion, and the wardrobe and the aesthetic and the cinematography, just very inspiring. It's it's a beautiful show, and that is everything for my favorites this month. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.